Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cold Cinema 83, and it's that time of the month for a new video, but it's that time of the month where we are going to talk about and discuss, and I'm going to show you all of my pickups that I got over the last couple of weeks, physical media-wise, so Blu-rays and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope it is anyway. So sit back and I hope you will enjoy. I will open the private chat just to see if someone wants to come in and leave a comment there. So yeah, I mean, I picked up a lot of stuff, so it's really good. It's a good haul. And without further ado, let's just jump right into it. All right. So you all know how this is going to go. I'm going to start with regular Blu-rays, and then we're going to move into limited editions and box sets and stuff. The good stuff. Well, it's all good, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so the first one I picked up is actually from Studio Canal Cult Classics, and that is The Hellbenders. It's a spaghetti western, of course, from 1967, if I'm correct. Yes, it is. It's directed by Sergio Corbucci, one of the big spaghetti western directors, of course. And it stars Joseph Cotten in it, which is pretty great. Joseph Cotten, Norma Bengel is in it as well. So it has a score by Ennio Morricone. So it's I really enjoy this film. Is this one of the best spaghetti westerns ever? No, not really. But it's a really fun watch, and I can't wait to revisit it. So there are some special features on here. Howard Hughes on the making of Sergio Corbucci's The Hellbenders, an audio commentary by filmmaker Alex Cox. That's very interesting. An interview with filmmaker and assistant director Ruggiero Deodato. Rest in peace, of course. An introduction by Jean-Baptiste Thoret. I have no idea who that is, but it sounds interesting. And then, of course, a theatrical trailer. So, show you the inside here. There you go. That's the disc. And we have some art cards here. Let's take a look at those real quick. Is there anyone in the chat right now? Not yet. So, anyway, let me just write something here in advance. There we go. All right. So yeah, art cards. So these are pretty cool, actually. If you can see them. And there he is, Mr. Cotton. There you go. We have another one here with the cast. I think the three leads. I think it was. And we have one more right there. So yeah, it's pretty cool art cards. And again, I can't wait to revisit this film. Again, not top tier spaghetti western, but it's very enjoyable. So I can't wait to revisit it. And this is the back, by the way. So yeah. All right, so moving on from that, I got two from Radiance Films. And the first one is actually a double feature, which is called Garde de Vue, two crime thrillers from Claude Miller. Now, I am unfamiliar with Claude Miller, but I love French crime thrillers, so I figured this was going to be right up my alley, so that's why I purchased this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy these movies, both of them. So basically there are two films in here. The first one is called, let's see, where is it again? The first one is called The Inquisitor, and the second one is called Deadly Circuit. The Inquisitor stars Lino Ventura, Guy Marchand, and Romy Schneider is in that film. Which is very cool. And Deadly Circus again stars. Let's see. I think it stars. Let's see, where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. It stars again Guy Marchand, Michel Soro, and Isabelle Adjani is in that film. So really cool cast and crew. So yeah, these are from the 80s, of course. I believe the first one is from 81 and the second one is from 83. So that's pretty cool. Let me show you the inside. So here's the, of course, the inside with the discs and reversible artwork in there as well. And of course, we get a booklet, which is pretty cool. I love my booklets. So with, the cast and the crew in there. And let's see if we can find some photos as well. I think so, like rich with text again. And yeah, these are pretty cool. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And for the second one, there you go. So yeah, a booklet. And then we have some special features here. There are special features. So let me just read out some, if I can pronounce it. There are so many, but there are interviews with the director and the cast and the crew. There are audio commentaries. I can't read through all of them, but theatrical trailers, all of that. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be a very fun double feature from Claude Miller. I can't wait to watch these because, again, I love my French crime thrillers. So yeah, good stuff. All right, and the second one I got from Radiance Films is this one, Rose à la Rose, Fil Public, if I pronounce that correctly. This is basically an erotic romantic drama about a prostitute. And I think she's going to fall in love with one of her customers, I believe it is. At least that's what I get from the description here, which is pretty cool. So this stars Marianne Bassler, Pierre Cosso. I don't know all the names in here, but Jean Sorel is in this movie, so that's pretty great. It's from 1986 and it's 87 minutes long. So, yeah, again, the interior artwork and the disc right there. And again, a booklet. So let me see if I can show you anything, because I'm sure this has some nudity in it. Probably. I should think so. Anyway, again, lots of text. Are there any photos here? Oh, here's one. There's a good one. There you go. So, and some photos. There you go. So, yeah, a very nice booklet. Let's see. Do we have any special features? Yes, this is a 2K restoration. Let's see, an archival interview with the director, Paul Vecchiali. I hope I pronounced that right. There's an archival interview with Marianne Bassler and Jean Sorel. Theatrical trailer, of course, so yeah, pretty cool. Again, a blind buy, but I love my French films, so I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a good one. And I can't wait to watch it. So, Rose à la Rose. Pretty cool. Yeah. So okay, so that was Radiance Films. Now moving on to Shameless Films, and Shameless Films doesn't have like the best track record when it comes to their transfers of the movies, but in the recent year or two, they have really upped their game, and I actually started collecting them again, which is very cool because I love it. I actually really love what they're doing right now. So that's really cool. So let's see. I bought 3 of them, and the first one, which is by the way impossible to find, I picked up 4 Flies on Grey Velvet. Dario Argento's 4 Flies on Grey Velvet, which is pretty great. Like this movie is so hard to find. It's like it's the only chapter of the Animal trilogy that Dario Argento did that is like you could not find this movie anywhere. It's actually pretty insane. It's actually pretty insane when you think about it. I believe Severin Films did a release of this, but that one was pretty expensive actually. So I didn't want to go that far, but yeah, this is actually pretty great. 4 Flies on Grey Velvet. Here's the back for you. So again, this is Dario Argento's 3rd part, of course, in the Animal trilogy. And I believe this is from, what year was it from again? 1971. That's what it was. 1971. Of course, it has a score by Ennio Morricone, which is pretty cool. This movie is, does it say like a runtime or whatever? I think it's like 100 minutes long, which is good. I like movies that have like a run like that. Let's see what else. It stars Michael Brandon, Mimsy Farmer, Bud Spencer. Yeah, so again, score from Ennio Morricone. Dario Argento wrote the screenplay together with Luigi Cozzi, who is of course known for Contamination or The Killer Must Kill Again, which is pretty great. So let's see, this is a nice slipcover, and of course you have the original artwork there. And of course, you have the disc. So let's see, are there any special features on this? I think there are some. Yeah, there's an interview with Dario Argento, an interview with Michael Brandon, an interview with Luigi Cozzi, theatrical trailers, and a photo gallery. So that's pretty cool. And I got number... You can read it. I got number 222, which is like on the bottom there, but you can't see it. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It's been like forever since I've seen this movie, but I'm really curious to check it out again, and I'm really wondering if my rating is going to change on this, because I wasn't a very big fan of the 3rd part of the Animals trilogy. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Shameless Films right there. The second one I got from Shameless Films is actually is a Umberto Lenzi film. And before I show you what happens, what it is, we might have a Umberto Lenzi stream podcast in the near future, maybe, which is pretty interesting. So keep your eyes out for that. We're let's just say we're working on something. So yeah, that should be cool. But anyway, the one I picked up from Shameless Films is Oasis of Fear. This I believe this is one of Umberto Lenzi's lesser known giallos. You know, when you talk about Umberto Lenzi giallos, everybody always jumps to, of course, Carol Baker, and rightfully so. But this is one of his like lesser known ones, and I really love this film. I think it's actually really great. Um, so this movie is from, let me see what it was. I believe it's like 68 or whatever. I can't find it off the top of my head here, but I think it was like 68 or 69, something like that. Anyway, and it stars Ray Lovelock, and Irene Papas is in this film, which is really great. So yeah, I mean it's Alfio Contini. I'm unfamiliar with that, but yeah, it's pretty great. It has music from Bruno Lauzi. I'm not sure I've heard his music before. I'm not sure. Anyway, but I have number 180 of 2000 or whatever, so it's pretty good. There are some special features here. It's an interview with Ornella Moody. I think she's also in the film, I believe. I think so. Yeah, there it is. Ornella Moody. From The Nun and the Devil, of course. There's an interview with Umberto Lenzi. There is a trailer on this. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And, of course, we have a nice slipcover. And then we have the original artwork once again. So, yeah, pretty cool. So, yeah, I remember really loving this movie, and I can't wait to rewatch it and to see what I think of it. It should be very interesting revisiting this. This is the back, by the way. Yeah, it should be interesting revisiting this for a rewatch, and we'll see. I mean, I hope I'm still as high on it as I was before. But again, we'll have to wait and see. But again, keep an eye out for the next podcast, because that might be something Lenzi related. Just saying, keep an eye out for that. But yeah, Oasis of Fear, which is let me just check if there are any people in the chats right now. No, we don't have chat. We don't have chats or comments yet, so I'll just keep on keeping on. All right, and the third and last one I got from Shameless Films, I'm really excited about this one, is State Line Motel. This is a Poliziotteschi film that is not as well known as a lot of the other ones. It's kind of under the radar a bit. And I don't really know the reason for that, because I think this movie is pretty awesome, actually. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but this is a Poliziotteschi that doesn't get mentioned a lot, right? So yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting. But I'm really excited about this. I remember really loving this movie. It's directed by Maurizio Lucidi, who also directed The Designated Victim and Street People. And it stars Eli Wallach, Ursula Andress, and of course Fabio Testi, who I'm a big fan of. And this movie is actually pretty great. Oh yeah, and by the way, I forgot, Barbara Bach is also in this movie. So it's a pretty good cast. But yeah, I remember really loving this movie. I think I remember it being actually really great. So this is a 2K transfer, by the way, and this movie is from 1973. So here we go. We have again a nice slipcover right there, and this is the original artwork. And yeah, it's pretty great. So are there any special features on this? Let me just see. Yeah, there is an interview with Fabio Testi on this, which is cool. Let's see. How State Line Motel got made by Nocturno's founder, Davide Pulici. I have no idea who that is, but sounds interesting. A sort of homage or take on director Lucidi himself. 2 separate opening sequences with seamless branching. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's really interesting. And this movie is uncut with additional footage. That's cool. That's cool. Very cool. Music done by Louis Bacalov, who did I believe he did the soundtrack for Django, I believe. I think so. I believe he did the soundtrack for Django. I believe it was. Oh, hey, my buddy TV Nash is here. Steven, of course, from TV Nash. He says, "Hey, Thijs, how are you doing, buddy? I'm doing good, bud. I'm doing good." And like I said, I talk about State Line Motel right now. And maybe you can help me out since you're here. By the way, it's great to have you. By the way, but maybe you can help me out here. The soundtrack is done by Louis Bacalov. Didn't he make the soundtrack for Django as well? I believe he did, but I'm not sure anymore. So I'm getting old. But yeah, just maybe you can help me with that one. But yeah, I think State Line Motel is a very underrated Poliziotteschi. It flies a bit under the radar, but I'm glad that Shameless Films has released this, and I can't wait to give it a rewatch because I remember really loving this one. So yeah, State Line Motel. All right, let's move on. All right, we move on to limited editions and box sets now. And the first I want to show you are actually from Indicator Films, which I'm a huge fan of. Oh, let me see. Steven has reacted. Steven from TV Nash says, there is still a few Shameless titles I still need to get. I missed the yellow cases, though. Well, I mean, the yellow cases are still inside the slipcover. So, yeah, I guess you can choose between that. But yeah, the yellow cases have the original artwork on it. But I don't know. I kind of like this as like you can choose. It's whatever. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Indicator Films. So I picked up 2 from Indicator Films, which I'm a huge fan of. And they are both giallos, which is really cool. Indicator does such a fantastic job. I mean, they are doing great with releasing their Jean Rollin films. They have started to release some giallo films, which I'm a huge fan of. I got more coming, so that's very exciting. The first one I picked up is this one. It's Death Carries a Cane. Now, I already own this in the Forgotten Gialli Volume 6, I believe it was. I think it was. But I already own this. But I really appreciate this movie. I really like it. So I guess, why not? Why not get it in like a gorgeous release like this? So let's take this off here. That's a little card there. But yeah, just look at that artwork. That's pretty cool right there. So yeah, this is a limited edition, of course, of of the film Fear, like in a nightmare. Very cool. Let's see. Oh, we missed some super like comments here. Stephen from TV Nash says, yes, Bakalov did the Django score. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought he did. I just wasn't sure, but yeah, he did. Yeah. Great. His music is great. His scores are always great. And there he is. For the first time, I believe. Old Metal, who I know from Robert Meyer Burnett's channel, and he says, "Hey, Mr. Sick," and hey, Old Metal, so good of you to drop by and finally be here. That's great. That's great of you to show up. I really appreciate that. So yeah, back to Death Carries a Cane right now. So this again, limited edition. So you have. First of all, you have the disc right here with the original key art, and of course you have the back, all the special features. No one knows if he's human or beast. That's actually kind of true when you think about this movie. But no, it's really great. And this is the inside, of course, with the the disc and stuff, and. So that's there, and then you have this like huge, like thick, like book with and there she is. I mean the lovely and gorgeous Nieves Navarro, also known as Susan Scott, of course, which is really great. Let's see. Old Metal is saying a bunch of things. Old Metal is saying, glad I finally made it. Yeah, exactly. How many times have we talked about it already? But it's good to have you here. It's good to have you, really. And he says completely coincidentally. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, but still, it's great to have you. It's great to have you. So yeah, the book, really thick book here, with of course all kinds of stuff about the movie, cast and the crew, and all of that stuff. So, and and there is, by the way, this is one of my favorite parts that I wanna read in this book. There's an interview with Nieves Navarro, a new interview with Nieves Navarro or Susan Scott, which they made especially for this release. So a new interview with the actress. That is really cool. I can't wait to read that. That is fantastic. But again, there's lots of text, of course, and there are some photos in here as well. Ooh, can I show this? Oh, what the hell? I'm gonna show it. There she is. Look at that. What a beautiful, just gorgeous woman she is. Absolutely. And so yeah, there are some special features here. Well, a lot. I can't read them all, but let me just see if I can find anything here. Oh, there's so many. Well, let's just throw it out there. It's a 4K restoration. There are two presentations, actually, the Italian version and the English version. So yeah, audio commentaries and all of that, theatrical trailers, stuff like that. Well, the works and stuff. And by the way, this movie is from 1973, and it stars Robert Hoffman and George Martin as well, which is yeah. Now this movie is great. This movie is great. It's I'm a really big fan of this movie, Death Carries a Cane, and I can't wait to rewatch it. So yeah, there is that. All right, let's see. Where are we in the comments section and the chats? Stephen from TV Nash says, Death Carries a Cane is on my radar to pick up soon. Glad I held out for the indicator release over a previous German release. Nieves Navarro is a beauty. Oh, see, absolute. I mean, no disagreement there. I mean, she is she is absolutely gorgeous. She's gorgeous. It's great. She's so wonderful. Yeah. Alt Metal is saying, I got the 4K from Indicator of Perfume of the Lady in Black. Also a nice package, similar book. Now, Alt Metal, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to wreck my anticipation? Why do you have to do that? Well, I guess I might as well just show it. Here it is. Perfume of the Lady in Black. Like, why do you jizz on my jazz, really? Like, it's okay, it's fine. But yeah, Perfume of the Lady in Black, that's the other one I picked up from Indicator Films. And this is great. I mean, this is a great release. This is fantastic. And just like, look at this. This is so great. Life. What is it but a dream? Well, that's, yeah. But no, I mean, I really love this film. I love Perfume of the Lady in Black. I think this movie has one of the best twist endings, or twist climaxes, I should say. This movie has one of the best twist climaxes I have ever seen in a giallo film. It is so bonkers, and no spoilers, please, but it's so bonkers. And it's I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. So yeah, I'm really happy that Indicator released this. Again, here's the original artwork, and of course, the main star is Mimsy Farmer. There she is, and Fear Rides the Hot Winds. There you go. So. Yeah, and here is the, of course, the interior with the disc and stuff. So, again, so many special features. I can't go through all of them. But again, this movie is from 1974. It stars Mario Scaccia, Maurizio Bonuglia, Orzaio Orlando. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. It has a score by Nicola Piovani, directed by Francesco Barilli. I believe he only directed one giallo, I think it was, which is this one. And of course, Mimsy Farmer. Now, this is again a 4K restoration. There are audio commentaries, interviews, and all of that stuff. I can't go through all of it, but theatrical trailers, the works, you know. And I have number 242 of 1,000, so that's pretty good. And of course, again, a huge book there, which I'm going to dive into it a bit. I missed some comments here. Old Metal says, I think I have Kane in an older edition on my shelf. Yeah, I mean, the movie has been released like before. And again, like I said, I think it was in Forgotten Jolly Volume 6 from Vinegar Syndrome, I believe, which was great. But just to have this limited edition is just really great. All right, Old Metal also says Nievs comes right after Edwige. Well, yeah, I mean, like, but do we really have to choose, Old Metal? Do we really have to choose? Like, you know, if it comes to like Edwige Fenech or Nievs Navarro, I don't know who I would choose, really. But you know, Edwige Fenech is absolutely gorgeous as well. And yeah, you're right about that. It's yeah. So let's see. Like this, okay. Stephen from TV Nash says, I've been on the fence about Perfume of the Lady in Black. I might take the plunge and check it out. Mimsy Farmer is an underrated actress. Yeah, so okay. Let me say this, Stephen. I think you will really love this. I think you will love this movie very much. Even with, I will say that the ending is, like I said, the climax is quite rough. It has a bit of a rough ending, but overall, I think you will really like this film. So yeah, I would say, like, give it a chance. Give it a chance, because I think you really might appreciate this. So give it a chance. And yeah, Mimsy Farmer is underrated for sure, for sure. Yeah. Let's see, where are we going. Old Metal is saying we all love those classics for their WTF moments, aren't we? And isn't that what we miss in modern movies? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. I recently saw Bring Her Back, and while I loved the movie, I think it was actually a really good movie. I saw the twist coming for miles and miles and miles. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. I just, like, maybe I've seen too many horror movies. I don't know, or too many thrillers. I don't know, but I could see it coming for such a long time, and yeah, I don't know. It failed to surprise me in the end. But it is what it is. Um, but yeah, I really miss those classic WTF moments for sure. Let's see. Stephen from TV Nash says Barelli also did a late era giallo called Hotel Fear with Luke Miranda. Oh yes, I remember that one. Well, anyway, in title, I haven't seen it in like forever. Um, but yeah, I remember that one. I might have to check that out and rewatch it, because I haven't seen it in like forever. But yeah, that's another one. Yeah. Um, Old Metal is saying I take both, of course. Well, for sure, for sure. Maybe not both. Maybe not both at a time, though. If you know what I'm saying. Let's see. Old Metal. Oh, Old Metal is saying to TV Nash. So this is from Old Metal to you, Stephen. I also recommend it. You won't regret it. So there you go. You might want to check it out, Stephen. So let's see. Okay, so we were going to dive into this book here. So yeah, Perfume of the Lady in Black. There we go. Again, a really thick book with, again, lots of text and all of that, and interviews and photos and all of that. There is so much good stuff in here. Let me see. Can I show anything? Because there is some explicit stuff here. I think I might be able to show. Yeah, I can show you this right here. So there you go. So yeah, Perfume of the Lady in Black. This is a great release, and I'm so glad that Indicator Films put this out. And yeah, I can't wait to rewatch this, because this, honestly, this is one of my favorite giallos ever in the genre. So can't wait to rewatch that. So yeah, really great. Anyway, where do we go? Okay, I have one from Vinegar Syndrome, and I don't buy a lot of stuff from Vinegar Syndrome, because Vinegar Syndrome for me is just it is quite expensive, and Severin Films is expensive as well. But there is a lot more stuff on Severin Films that they are releasing that I love than Vinegar Syndrome does. But every now and then they release a title that I really appreciate, and so that's why I bought this one. I'm of course talking about Jade from William Friedkin. I'm a very big William Friedkin fan. I have Cruising. I have Sorceress. I have Sorcerer, I should say. I have what do I have again? To Live and Die in L.A. I have that one. So I really love William Friedkin's work. I have, of course, The Exorcist is there. But this is this is an erotic thriller from the 90s. And I feel like this is such an underrated film from his body of work because I really love this film. I think this film actually has a lot going for it. So it's yeah, I don't know. It's pretty great in my opinion. But that's just me, of course. So let's see. We have some stuff in here. So there is, of course, a slipcover with, of course, the real key art on there. And of course, you have the back right there. So this movie stars David Caruso, who we know from CSI Miami, of course, and Linda Fiorentino, which is pretty cool. Michael Biehn is in this movie. Richard Crenna, so great cast. The music, it has a score by James Horner. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty great. I in my opinion, it's pretty great. So, and this movie is from, like, was it 95, I believe. It's 1995. So yeah, and of course the discs right there. Let's see, are there any special features on this? Let's see. Yes, there are. There is a historical sort of like homage to William Friedkin on here. There's an interview with the screenwriter, interview with the editor, an interview with William Friedkin himself before he died, probably. Let's see, theatrical trailer. It's a 4K transfer, I believe. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool, this one. And we have a nice book as well. Let's just take a quick look at that. There you go. Some photos, and again, text there as well. So yeah, I mean, this movie is very underappreciated, in my opinion, and I understand that a lot of people don't like this, but I've always been a big fan of this, and I'm not ashamed of buying it. So yeah, I can't wait to revisit this because I haven't seen it in like a long time. So I'm very curious to see how it held up. Let's just say that. Let's see. Did I miss any? There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, Fabulous Baker Boy is here. Hi there. Nice of you to join us. He says, I would even say it's one of the most entertaining one in the subgenre. I own the old Raro Blu-ray, DVD, by the way. Oh, you're talking about Perfume. Yeah, it is, absolutely. I love Perfume with the Lady in Black. He's just saying hello there, and another hello. There we go. Old Metal, Steven from TV Nash. He says to Old Metal, it's on my to-buy list as of right now. We have more hellos. Here we go. Fabulous Baker Boy says Jade is, in my humble opinion, one of his worst films. Yeah, I hear a lot of people say that, and I do agree that it's definitely like one of his lesser appreciated ones. I don't know if I wouldn't say it's bad though, but that's just me. That's just my personal opinion, which is fine. I mean, that's just me. Anyway, Old Metal is saying never. You've never heard of Jade? Oh, really? Wow, that's interesting. Well, let me show you the original key art again. So this is the original key art right there. It's a very well-known poster. So yeah, it comes quite late in Friedkin's career. Actually, it's from 1995, and again, it's a lesser known one. I wouldn't say it's bad though, but again, that's just me. But you know, you might want to check it out. You might like it. I don't know, but yeah, right. So let's see. TV Nash is saying to Fabulous Baker Boy, "Hey Ramon, how are you, my friend? Got to catch up on your videos. It's been great catching up on other stuff." Okay, there we go. Okay, they're talking. You're talking to each other, which is fine. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Old Metal is saying, wasn't Caruso also in To Live and Let Die in L.A.? Yeah, I believe he was in like a small role, I think, something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah. So Fabulous Baker Boy says Caruso was in NYPD Blue and movies like Kiss of Death and Session 9. Yeah, I'm not a very big fan of Session 9, but that's just me. Old Metal is saying, I'm not an overall Friedkin fan, but I love his 70s and 80s stuff. So yeah, no, that's great. I mean, his 70s and 80s stuff is definitely like his high water mark, for sure. And Fabulous Baker Boy says you should always try out a Friedkin movie. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, and look, if you don't know where to start with that, I mean, The Exorcist. Just watch The Exorcist. That's all I'm saying. All right, moving on. What do we do? Where are we going? Oh yeah, let's do Eureka Films. Okay. Time to ruffle some feathers. Okay, time to ruffle some feathers. Because I know this movie is very controversial, and this movie is not beloved by everyone. It's not for everyone. I completely agree with that. It's not for everyone. But given the fact that I really love the French extreme horror, I mean, I couldn't pass this up. Like, this is in my top 10 of favorite horror movies of all time. And a lot of people are going to call me crazy, but, you know, it is what it is. Especially in the era of prudeness, let's just say that we're going back to. I feel like, but, you know, I couldn't pass this up. I'm, of course, talking about this beauty right here. Martyrs. Again, this movie is not for everyone. It's certainly not for everyone. But I adore this film. I love it so much. It goes places that a lot of other horror movies are too scared to go to. And it really has the balls, and it really takes risks. And I appreciate it for that. And I love the story, especially the twist at the end. It's like it's brilliant. It's brilliant. So yeah, what can I say? I'm a big defender of it. Let's just take this off right now. Careful. There we go. So, of course, there's the back. And we have a lot of stuff here. So this is, of course, the original key art. And again, we have the back. So let's see, where was I? This movie is from 2008, I believe it was. 2008, of course. It's directed by Pascal Laugier, if I pronounce that right. And it stars Morjana Alakui and Mylene Japanoy. There are other names in there, but it's French, so I don't want to butcher it. There are special features on this. An interview with French extremity expert Alice Haylett Bryan. Let's see. An interview with the director. audio commentary. It's a 4K restoration, stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff on here. So, and of course we have a 4K and a Blu-ray right there. There you go. I don't know what happened there, but something made a sound right there. And then we have a really great book again. Now, I have to be careful because there is probably a lot in here that I can't show because, it's Martyrs. So, but there is a lot of text there. Let's see if I can show you one photo that isn't too grotesque. Yeah, just to give you a little idea there. So yeah, Martyrs. I mean, say what you will. I mean, call me crazy and say what you will, but I absolutely adore Martyrs, and I can't wait to rewatch this. It's and just look at this release. I mean, it's really gorgeous. I mean, Eureka has done a fantastic job with this. So yeah, Martyrs, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Let's see if I missed any comments here. Let's see. There we go. Stephen from TV Nash said, I watched an hour-long interview with Friedkin for my film class in my senior year of high school. A very well-spoken man. Yeah, I mean, he was great. And it's really sad that he is no longer with us. But it's, yeah, I mean, really, really great director. Great director, for sure. Stephen from TV Nash also says, one of the Fab Four, as I've heard people call the French Extreme series. Yeah, it's definitely like a part of the famous four. There are others, but there are like four titles that are the most famous there. Yeah, it's pretty crazy actually. Let's see. Fabulous Baker Boy says, you really underestimated us. I love the French Belgian extreme horror face. Well, there you go. I'm not the only one. That's good. That's good to know. That's good to hear. Yeah, I'm not the only one. Okay, that's good. And he's giving some titles here. Livide, So Contre Tout. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. Irreversible. Oh, that's such a rough watch, but it's great. Haute Tension, of course. I did a review on Haute Tension with another YouTuber. We discussed Frontiers and Haute Tension. So look up that podcast right there. Look it up because we have a very interesting discussion about Haute Tension. And let's see. Then Old Metal says, High Tension is enough for me from those kind of movies. Okay, well, it's not for everyone. That's absolutely true. It's not for everyone. Okay, we have family is then. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I have one from Arrow Video. And Arrow Video has kind of lowered in my esteem, kind of, because they used to do a lot of cult stuff and a lot of Italian stuff and all of that. And in recent years, they seem to be going more and more into mainstream things. They're releasing Snakes on a Plane. They're releasing what is it again? They're releasing Under Siege. Really? I mean, and maybe though it's just not my cup of tea, but it feels like they're making a change, and I'm not and that's just not my cup of tea. But I mean, they still release some titles occasionally, and they released one of them that I just had to have. I'm talking about Abel Ferreira's Miss 45. Now, this movie is very notorious. It's a rape revenge film, but I believe it's one of the more brutal rape revenge films. So it goes places. It really goes places. And so, but I really love this movie. So I had to have it, especially in like this gorgeous release right here. I mean, it's pretty great. So yeah, I mean, this is the original key art right here. It will never happen again. Well, yeah, of course, obviously. So yeah, and of course the back right there. And then we have the typical disc, and of course the reversible artwork, which is actually this artwork right here. So, but I always prefer the original key art. So, so this movie is from, let me just look it up. It's from 1980. It's 80 minutes long, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. Of course, directed by Abel Ferreira. It stars Zoe Tamerlis, Steve Singer, Peter Yellen. So yeah, I don't know a lot of these people, but yeah, it's an interesting cast for sure. It's a 4K restoration. Let's see. There are audio commentaries here. There is an interview with the composer of the film. There's a theatrical trailer. You know, all that typical stuff that you would expect from Arrow. But yeah, Miss 45. And then, of course, again, we have a book, a big book, actually. And let me just go through that because I don't want to, like, and lots of text again. And let's see, can we show anything else in here? You know, production stills and all of that. It's really great. And I love the fact that they added these like blood splatters on the book, which is pretty cool. I think that's really, yeah, that's a nice touch right there. So, oh, and of course we have a poster, which I'm not going to unfold because it's basically this one and the other one on both sides. So, you know, so yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty big fan of rape revenge films, and so I had to have this. So yeah, Miss 45. Let's see if I missed any comments here. Fabulous Baker Boy says Martyrs is really good, but not a film you're gonna rewatch many times. It's gut-wrenching stuff with a surprisingly good and original plot. Oh, I absolutely agree. I mean, on the rewatchability of it, I mean, I watch Martyrs like 2 times a year, maybe. So I do go back to it like yearly, but it's definitely I can't watch it like 5 times a year for sure. Stephen from TV Nash says Martyrs goes to levels I'm unwilling to tread, but I do give the film team credit for having the courage to make it. I saw a very compelling review from another YouTuber that was very interesting to view. Yeah, no. I mean, look, Stephen, it's Martyrs it's very rough and it's very cynical and depressing, and it's very. And apart from that, I mean, gore-wise, I mean, it's not going to be your cup of tea. It's not going to be a cup of tea, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I totally get it, but it's just not your cup of tea. So, yeah, I wouldn't go into that. I wouldn't watch that if I were you. So, a Fabulous Baker Boy basically says, "I'm a Dutch person, Thijs, so we can take a hit or two." Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true, of course. Oh, hey, that's a long time ago. Sophie is here from Sophie's Retro Revival. She says, hello, hope you are well. Yeah, I mean, hi, Sophie. Hi. I mean, how are you and Jason doing? I mean, it's been like forever since I heard from you. That's great. Thank you for dropping by. That means a lot. And yeah, I am well. I hope you and Jason are too. So let's see. Stephen from TV Nash says, I miss the cult and Italian cinema goodness from Arrow Video. I'm happy they're putting out The House with the Laughing Windows. Oh, I'm so excited for that one. I'm so excited for House with the Laughing Windows because I have been looking for that film in forever. And somehow it's impossible to find. It's impossible to find. You know, I really expected 88 Films to do a release of that, especially after they released, Zeder from Pupi Avati. So I figured, House with the Laughing Windows is, not far behind. But no, it's Arrow Video, which is great. I mean, that's a really big surprise. I guess Arrow Video got the rights over 88 Films, I guess. But at least we're getting House with the Laughing Windows. So, it's all good. Let's see. Fabulous Baker Boy says MS-45 is really good. One of the great vigilante films because it goes deeper than a film like Death Wish. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah. Ferreira, let's see. Old Metal says, I already have a Blu-ray of MS-45, not a movie I need more editions of. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. And let's see. Fabulous Baker Boy says, I don't own it, but I basically stopped collecting. My heydays of movie collecting was in the DVD era. Well, it's... to each his own. I mean, I just love movies too much that I can't stop. I can't stop. I love movies too much, so I will collect until the day I die, probably. So yeah, but I get it. I understand completely. So, all right, let's move on. Because speaking of 88 Films, I got a lot from 88 Films. A lot from 88 Films. They're becoming my favorite. They're becoming one of my favorite labels of all time. And they're putting out some really great stuff. For example, Lucio Fulci's Murder Rock. They put that. Oops. Was that a nipple? You guys didn't see anything. No, you didn't. That was a nipple. I didn't realize that, but okay. But yeah, Murder Rock. I mean, a Lucio Fulci movie. Lucio Fulci is probably in my top 5 of favorite directors of all time. So it's great that they're releasing this. Lucio Fulci has made, I believe, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5. Was it 5? I think he directed 5 giallos, or maybe it was 6. Maybe I'm sure I'm forgetting one, but 5 or 6. He directed 5 or 6 giallos, and I have to be honest though. Murder Rock, in my opinion, is his worst giallo. This doesn't hold up as well as the rest in his giallo catalog, but it's still a really good movie, and I can't believe 88 Films released this. I mean, just look at this. This is pretty great. So we have a slipcover, of course, with, again, and then we have let me see if I got, then we have the original artwork right there. And this is spine number 89. Focus. Yeah. Spine number 89. And this is from 1984. So pretty late in Fulci's career. It's a 4K restoration. It stars Olga Carlados, Claudio Cassinelli, Ray Lovelock, So the cast is there. Greta Geretta is in this one. Let's see, did I forget anything? No, I don't think so. So there are a ton of special features here again. So these are the discs. And let me see if there are any, like, there's an interview with Sylvia Colatina, who is also in this film. There's audio commentaries. There is an interview with Al Cleaver. Let's see. Well, there are many interviews. An interview with Greta Geretta, theatrical trailers, all of that stuff. This is great. And then, of course, as is to be expected from 88 Films, there is this really great book. So let me just... Oh, no, I can't show you that. Can't show you that. Just saying, I don't want to get demonetized, but there is the cast and the crew. And there are some photos and text in here about the film. And this, and this book is good. It's glossy. It's very nice, actually. So yeah, nice book. So yeah, I mean, this is a really surprising release from 88 Films. I really love that they put this out. And let me just cover this one again. And yeah, I'm really excited about watching this in a new transfer, because even though this isn't his best work, I still love Lucio Fulci, so I'm very happy to own this. Let's see, where are we? They're saying hello to each other. That's fine. Let's see. Stephen from TV Nash says, Abel Ferrara is the most eccentric filmmaker to mix art house and genre filmmaking together. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of, like, if you look at Fear City is basically also a rape revenge film, but it's mixed with a crime thriller. He made some slashers in his early days. There's a lot of really interesting stuff there. So let's see. People are saying hello to each other. Sophie from Sophie's Retro Revival says, me and Jason are no longer together. Haven't been for a while, but all is good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sophie. I'm sorry to hear that. That's a bummer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it wasn't like... I hope you parted on good terms, as well as you can expect, of course. But I hope it ended on good terms. But that's really that's a bummer. I'm sad to hear that. Yeah. So let's see. Hello. Old Metal is saying, I love Ferreira's Body Snatchers movie. But of course, Bad Lieutenant also. Yeah, Bad Lieutenant. I believe 101 Films is releasing Bad Lieutenant, right? I believe they are. So yeah. Let's see. TV Nash is saying to Fabulous Baker Boy, I'm sticking to boutique label purchases. So many films being put out, I still want to see. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I say. I will keep collecting probably until the day I die. it's very... let's see. Old Metal is saying, I have an older German DVD of Laughing Windows. I love the movie. Can't wait to retire that old DVD for the new 4K. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, it's going to look great, man. It's going to look really great. I'm sure it is. I mean, yeah. Fabulous Baker Boy says, I complained about Arrow's choice to release more mainstream films under one of their new The Mask clips, but people did like me complaining, and they basically called me a bitter old fart. Yeah, I mean, it's rough sometimes, man. It's really rough. I mean, like, it's... I think the younger audiences just don't understand our love and passion for for these movies, and mainly because their attention spans are just not there. But yeah, I know it's rough. I mean, I have gotten some very bad comments from people in the past, on past videos and stuff. So it is what it is. You just go with it, and it's, yeah, whatever. So let's see. Fabulous Bacon Boy says Murder Rock has a lot of mood and flavor, though. Oh no, for sure it does. It does. It absolutely does. I always make the joke that, like, this is kind of like a dark. This is like a dark musical almost. That's kind of like how I see it. So it has things going for it for sure, but yeah, it's definitely not his, like, among his best work. So Old Metal is saying Fulci after New York Ripper is not for me. I just finally got the Grindhouse releasing of The Beyond. What a great package. Oh, The Beyond is my favorite Lucio Fulci film. It still is. It will always be. And I recently rewatched that version of it. It's so great. It's so great. I mean, I love The Beyond. It will always be my favorite Lucio Fulci film. And, is it style over substance? Yes, absolutely. But there are so many things in there that he does in terms of filmmaking. It's fantastic. So yeah. Let's see. All right. I'll catch the other comments later because we have to move on. All right. So the second one I picked up from 88 Films is this new release of Night Train Murders. This is a great release. Again, look at this. It's pretty great. So, of course, this is directed by Aldo Lado. And this is kind of like his take on The Last House on the Left. That kind of movie. To be honest, though, I actually prefer this movie over Last House on the Left. Call me crazy, but yeah, there it is. It's the back right there. The windows look out on hell, a view that will take your breath away permanently. So yeah, that's a pretty big statement there. But yeah, so this is the original key art, of course. And we have the discs, both a 4K and Blu-ray. Once again, this is spine number 1. So this is a 4K re-release, actually. But I don't mind. It's a great film, and it's from 1975, of course. It stars Masha Merrill, I should say, Enrico Maria Salerno, Marina Berti, Irene Miracle, Laura D'Angelo, Flavio Bucci. It has a score from Ennio Morricone. It's really great. It's a 4K transfer. There is an interview with Masha Merrill. There is a let's see, where was it? I can't find it anywhere. Oh, there it is. There is an interview with expert Stephen Thrower on this. Stephen Thrower is my second favorite movie critic after Kim Newman. So to have an interview with him on this is really great. And then, of course, we have, again, a book, which is really great. So there you go. Lots of text again. There you go. So, yeah, Night Train Murders. This is a really great release. And I really love this movie. So I'm definitely going to watch this again very soon. But yeah, Night Train Murders. Then I got a very interesting one. I didn't know 88 Films was going to release this, but it's 9 Guests for a Crime. Now, this is a very good giallo, mainly because the setting is very, very interesting. Excuse me. Very interesting. Basically, it's a giallo that takes place on a tropical island. So it's, a Mediterranean island anyway. But that makes it gives it a very original flavor. And I actually really, really enjoy this film. It's actually really good. So yeah. So again, there you go. And this is Spine number 87. And it's from 1977. So here we go. This is the original key art, which is really cool, actually. Really cool. It's directed by Fernando Baldi. And it stars Arthur Kennedy, John Richardson, Massimo Foschi, I forgot someone. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. I don't know. It has a score by Carlo Savina. So yeah, it's really cool. This is the back, of course. And this is just a Blu-ray, which is fine. It's fine. So there are special features, some of them anyway. There are audio commentaries. There's an interview with Massimo Foschi, an interview with Giovanni Liccieri and Alida Capellini. I believe those are in the film as well. So yeah, and of course theatrical trailer. Excuse me. And again, we have a book right there, which is pretty cool. And I can't show you this, and I can't show you this, because I'm gonna get demonetized again. There we go. The cast and the crew. Can I show you some stuff? Yeah, there you go. I mean, beautiful Italian woman. Like, what's not to like? So yeah, booklet. And yeah, this is another great release. I'm very surprised at 88 Films lately. They are releasing some banger stuff. And 9 Guests for a Crime is definitely one of them. So yeah, I'm very happy to own this. This is really great. All right, moving on to the next one. I should probably read through some comments first. Let's see. Sophie is saying, from Sophie's, I don't really collect films anymore, mostly stream stuff these days. Well, you know, what can you do? I can give a whole rant about streaming movies, Sophie, but I'm not going to go there. You know, I get it though. I get it. It's easy. It's very easy. I get it. It's very easy. So, but you know, to each their own, I guess. To each their own. Let's see. Fabulous Baker Boy says, I get it, Stephen, but many of the films you are discovering now, I already saw years ago, sometimes even decades ago. Yeah, that's fair. But still, I mean, would you rather have a DVD, or do you want the quality of a 4K? You know what I'm saying? That's like, for me, that's a very easy choice. But you know, I guess it depends on your personal taste. Sophie is saying, to alt metal, I enjoyed New York Ripper. Yeah, New York Ripper is fantastic. I mean, it's such a sleaze fest. It's absolutely true. It is a sleaze fest, but it's so good. New York Ripper is amazing. It's really great. Sophie says, I got Masters of the Universe on 88 Films really nice edition. Well, there you go. Yeah, Masters of the Universe. I didn't pick it up myself, but it's a very enjoyable film for sure. Alt Metal is saying, is enjoying the right term to describe New York Ripper? Well, maybe not, but it's still like, maybe we should say guilty pleasure. Maybe guilty pleasure, is that the right pronunciation? Let's see. Stephen from TV Nash says, I'm slowly building up the 88 films collection. I got my eyes set on Short Night of Glass Dolls. Buy that one. It's awesome. Night Train Murders, awesome. Murder Rock, it's really good. It's not Fulci's greatest, though. 9 Guests for a Crime is really good as well. I love what 88 Films is putting out. Yeah, I agree. I love 88 Films right now. They're doing great work. So yeah, Alt Metal agrees with Steven. Let's see. Alt Metal is saying Arrow is just taking the chance because the bigger companies have decided not to release movies anymore by themselves. Right. And I agree with that. But here's the thing. Arrow Video, when they started, Arrow Video was and has always been a label that released niche titles. You know, they would release like, for example, they would release like Woman in Chains with Pam Grier and Sid Haig, like a woman in prison film. Or they would release like, I don't know what it is, like some really sleazy slasher film. I mean, that's what Arrow used to do. And when you have built a name for yourself doing those things, and then all of a sudden you start to turn over a new leaf, so to speak, you can't expect people to be just okay with that. There are people who are going to be very suspicious of that, and people are going to ask questions. So, you know, I get it, but it's I don't know. I have a very mixed relationship with Arrow right now. So Stephen from TV Nash says to Fabulous Bakerbo, you're not a bitter old fart, Ramon. Don't let the haters get to you. You're a classy guy, in my opinion. Yeah. Just don't give it a moment's notice, Ramon. Really, don't pay attention to any of it. Really, just you have to learn to like phase that stuff out. You know, I'm just saying. Let's see. Old Metal is saying The Beyond and The Psychic are my favorites of Fulci. Hey, I mean, good point. I mean, no disagreement there. Yeah. Let's see. Fabulous Baker Boy says, I can only laugh about these kind of comments, of course, Tyson Steven, but I don't want Arrow to focus on mainstream movies just for the quick cash in. No, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean when I say that. I mean, it's like, I understand that you want to reach a wider audience, you know, with your releases and stuff, but you can't forget who your target audience is. And I'm just saying that Arrow is walking a very thin line right now. That's all I'm saying. So let's see. Old Metal is saying Lado has only directed a handful of movies, but all of them left their marks, and they're great ones. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Most of the films are really good. Yeah, absolutely. So Fabulous Baker Boy says, I kind of like 9 Guests, but Baldy did better movies. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Absolutely, that's fair. So Old Metal is saying 9 Guests. I have a 15-year-old old DVD from it from a German label. Okay, well there you go. Fabulous Baker Boy says, you're probably right about those bigger companies not releasing their own films, Old Metal, but Arrow always stood for cult in my book. Yes, there you go. That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's just it's a weird situation. That's all. Stephen from TV Nash says, have all those 88 film releases on my wish list. The goodness just keeps on flowing. Well, on that note, Stephen, let's continue, shall we? Because I also purchased some Asian stuff, and this is Peacock King. Now, I haven't seen this movie in like forever. I know that this is like an Asian sword and sandal fantasy kind of like martial arts film, if that makes sense. But it looks really good. It looks bonkers, and I'm really interested to go back and watch this because it's you know, I remember watching this in my youth, and I just felt like I thought it was so insane when I saw it. The slipcover won't let go. Hold on, there we go. That's the one. I remember it was so like goofy and bonkers when I was younger, but I really enjoyed it. So I can't wait to rewatch it. This is great that they are releasing this. So yeah, some Asian goodness here. This is the original key art, of course, and the back. So we have a disc. It's just a Blu-ray, which is fine. That's fine. And of course, you have a book. Let's see if I can show anything. I'm sure I can with this one. I'm probably safe with this one. Let me see if I can find a good picture. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. A really great book. I can't wait to dive into that one. And then we have some special features. Let me see here. It's a 2K restoration, that's fine. We have audio commentaries with Hong Kong cinema experts. There is a theatrical trailer. I believe there are 2 versions of the film on this, which is pretty great. A Cantonese version and a regular version. We have an interview with Yuan Biao, who is in the film, of course. The film also stars Gloria Yip. I don't know all of the names, but you know, it's directed by Lam Nai Choi, and this is from, what year is it from again? Is it from like 1989? It's from 1989. So, and it's like, what is it again? It's like 90 minutes long, I believe it is. So yeah, it's I'm really excited to rewatch this. Actually, you know, the more and more they release, the more and more I really I'm really starting to love Asian cinema, and I'm sure this will be a great rewatch to do. All right, my next one is Seven Deaths in the Cat's Eye. This is a people call this a giallo, but I would put it more into like the gothic horror era sort of genre, which you know, to each their own, but I would put it there. So let me just try to get it out of the slipcover here. The slipcovers are really strong here. So anyway, so yeah, come on, there we go. So of course, this is the original key art, and this is spine number 19. So it's again a re-release. It's from 1973, and it's directed by Antonio Margheriti. It stars Jane Birkin and Hiram Keller, Venantino Venantini. Let's see. It has a score by Rich Ortolani. Yeah. So, yeah. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this film. I'm not the biggest fan of this film, but I'm a completionist. I'm a completist, so I have to have this. And of course, there is a book yet again. And yeah, there's a book. So yeah, there are some special features, I believe. It's a 2K restoration, I believe. Yes, there is. There are some interviews. There is a theatrical trailer, audio commentary. So the standard stuff. It's 95 minutes long, and this is from 1973. That's what it was. Yeah. So yeah, another really great release from 88 Films. There we go. So yeah. All right, let's move on to let's do this. Brevido Giallo from Cauldron Films, actually. I picked up from Cauldron Films, Brevido Giallo. You saw in my previous physical media stream that they also released the Houses of Doom box set. I have those as well. Of course, I showed that in my previous stream. But they released this as well, and I'm going to dive into this in a bit. Let's go through some comments here again. Let's see. Fabulous Baker Boy says, Thijs, I'm 47 years old. I saw Jolly on German TV stations, dubbed in German, cut to 4.3 and in bad conditions. DVD is more than enough for me. Okay, yeah, no, that's fair enough. He also says, I own like 7,500 films now on DVD, Blue and VHS. If I had to upgrade all of those. No, I get it. It's, yeah. He goes on to say, Satoshi 26, for example, 1989. I own it on Arrow DVD. I also own 3 Margheriti war films with Lewis Collins on Arrow DVD. That's the stuff they focused on. Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point. That's what I mean. Old Metal is saying, speaking of sleaze, I watched a 70s Japanese ultra sleaze movie yesterday, Bohachi Bushido, Code of the Forgotten 8. I'm not sure I've seen that movie yet. I'm not sure. New York Ripper is like Snow White compared to that movie. Oh, well, there you go. I'm sure it is. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that movie yet. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Fabulous Baker Boy says Teruo Tanba. I don't know. I have no idea there. Fabulous Baker Boy says Bohachi Bushido is amazing, but my DVD is like 20 years old. Okay, there you go. Old Metal says I was a huge Lewis Collins fan in the early 80s. I was a sucker for The Professionals. I've never been a big fan of The Professionals, but let's see. Old Metal is saying to Baker Boy, I have now 2 of those Bohachi movies on Blu-ray. I love those movies, just like Lone Wolf, Lady Snowblood, and Hanzo. Lady Snowblood is fantastic. And it's Hanzo the Racer, of course, he says. and he has the UK 3-movie Hanzo DVD box. Okay. Stephen from TV Nash says, it's funny how what was seen as sleaze back in the 70s and 80s is now considered tame compared to some of the movies being made today. I prefer them over the new stuff any day. Oh, I completely agree. Fair, absolutely. Let's see. Where are we? Fabulous Baker Boy says, I'm a big Asian cinema fan, by the way, old and new, classic and exploitative, and I'm a big Sonny Chiba fan. Oh yeah, see your avatar. Yeah, absolutely. Fabulous Baker Boy is agreeing. Old Metal is saying, Sonny is always fun to watch. I have many of his movies on my shelf. There you go. And Fabulous Baker Boy says, the first two Baby Cart films, sorry, I also own on UK VHS. Well, there you go. So yeah, it's great. So anyway, Brevido Giallo. These are 4 movies directed by Lamberto Bava. Now, I know, hear me out. I know that Lamberto Bava, to me, is a very underrated director, an underrated movie filmmaker, mainly because he was forced to operate in the shadows of his father. And because of that, a lot of people compare his work to his father's work, which I think is unfair. I think you have to look at things in the context of how they were made and when they were made. And I think Lamberto Bava has made some very interesting films in his career. So I'm just saying, as a sort of defense for Lamberto Bava. So yeah, it's a really great box. So there are 4 films in here. The first one is The Ogre. The Ogre, right there. That's really cool artwork right there. I love that. So The Ogre. Let's see. This one comes from 1988. It's 93 minutes long. This is a 4K restoration. Let's see. It stars Paulo Malco from the New York Ripper, Virginia Bryant, Sabrina Farilli, Alex Serra. It has a soundtrack by Simon Boswell, who did the soundtrack for Hardware. Imagine that. There is an interview with Lamberto Bava. There is an interview with Massimo Antonelli Galeng. There is an interview with Roberto Ricci. And there is an audio commentary and a trailer. So, yeah, pretty great. It's the disc. And, of course, there is also a poster in here. So that's the first one, The Ogre. The second one is Dinner with a Vampire. Again, great artwork. That's really cool. I mean, give it to the Italians, man. I mean, they made some pretty cool movie posters. So this movie is from 1989, also 90 minutes long. It's a 4K restoration. That's great. It's starring George Hilton. Let's see. Are there any other? I'm not sure if there are. I don't recognize the other ones, to be fair. So yeah, this is from, like I said, 1989. There is a, let's see, special features. There's an interview with George Hilton. There's an interview with Lamberto Bava again. An interview with, again, the composer. And there are some audio commentaries and a trailer. So that's the second one, Dinner with a Vampire. Then we have Until Death. So this movie is from 88 and it's 97 minutes long. So this movie stars, let's see, David Brandon, Gioia Scola from Conquest, Urbano Barberini from The Black Cat. 97 minutes long. It's a 4K restoration. All of these are 4K restorations, by the way. So yeah. Let's see. There again, interview with Lamberto Bava. There's an interview with David Brandon. Again, audio commentaries, theatrical trailer. Yeah. And by the way, all of these have the disc, but also a poster on, so yeah. And the last one in this box is Graveyard Disturbance, which is from 1987. 96 minutes long. Let's see. This stars Beatrice Ring. Let's see. That's the only one I think I know from the list. Yeah. So again, 4K restoration. It's again interview with Lamberto Bava, audio commentaries, trailers, and all of that. I'm not going to go through all of it, but there you go. And this is also with a little booklet, just a little one. So just to give you an idea there. There you go. So yeah, this is a really great box set. Now look, I will say that these are all like TV movies, not like cinematic movies, but TV movies. That doesn't mean they are bad, though. That doesn't mean they are bad. So as someone who is a fan of Lamberto Bava, give it a chance, dive into his catalog, really look for some films and just watch some of his body of work, and then sort of reassess how you feel about the guy. But I'm actually quite a big fan of Lamberto Bava, so this box set is very welcome, and I'm gonna be diving into this one very soon. So there you go. That's that. All right. Moving on. Then we go to. Let me just put this away for a bit. Continuing on. You already own this, Stephen from TV Nash. You already own this. But I finally picked this up in like a sale, so to speak. I'm speaking, of course, about Violent Streets, the Thomas Milian, Umberto Lenzi collection. I finally have it now. This is a really great box set. Just like really solid. These are 5 Polizio Tetsky films from Umberto Lenzi, and again, like I said before, again, there might be a podcast on Umberto Lenzi in the near future. I'm just saying. So yeah, these have there are 5 Polizio Tetskys in here, made by Umberto Lenzi. So yeah, the first one, of course, I mean, maybe his most famous one, Almost Human. Like Thomas Milian he's the GOAT in this. Thomas Milian gives his best performance ever, in my opinion, in this film. That's just my opinion, but I think he gives his best performance in this film. He is such a nasty, like, piece of work, but it's great. Of course, it's the back right there, and we have the disc, the film, and we also have the soundtrack here, which is great. So this film is, of course, from '74. It stars, of course, Thomas Milian, Henry Silva, Anita Steinberg is in this film, Ray Lovelock, a great cast, a score by Ennio Morricone. There are special features on this. We have audio commentaries. There is an interview with Umberto Lenzi, an interview with Thomas Milian, an interview with Henry Silva, theatrical trailer, all of that stuff. This is really great. This is really great. So yeah, that's the first one. And then we have Syndicate Sadists, which is, this is a movie that I really enjoy. I recently rewatched it, and this is such a good movie. It's a lot of fun, and it portrays Thomas Milian for the first time as just a 100% clear-cut good guy, really. He's just pure and 100% the good guy in this one, which is very interesting. Also, this release from Severin Films gives us the complete version of the film. If you look at the '88 version of this film, there are some scenes at the start of the film that are cut out, and they are they're put back into this version of the film, which I really appreciate. So this is the complete version. But I always enjoy this film. It stars, of course, again, Thomas Milian. You have Joseph Cotten in this film. Ida Galli is in this film, also known as Evelyn Stewart, of course. You have theatrical trailer. There is also, again, the soundtrack in this one. It's behind the card there, but, and this one is from 1975. So, yeah, this is a really fun movie. It's great. All right, then we have, let's see, Brothers Till We Die, which is a really interesting film. I don't love this as much as a lot of the other films Umberto Lenzi did, but it's still a really good movie. This is from 1978, and again stars Thomas Milian in two roles. Actually, he plays two characters in this. We also have Guido Leontini and Isa Danieli and Solveig Stubing in this film. This is a 2K restoration, which is fine. Let's see. There are some special features here. There is an interview with Umberto Lenzi. There's an interview with the composer, Franco Michalizzi. Theatrical trailer. Yeah. And this doesn't have a soundtrack. It only has a movie, which is fine. So, Brothers Till We Die. And then we have, let's see. Then we have this one, The Cynic, the Rat, and the Fist, which is a really great film. I love this film as well. This stars Thomas Milian and Maurizio Merli, who are notorious for not getting along at all on set. They very often clashed. They had a very heated working relationship, so to speak. So again, stars Thomas Milian, John Saxon is in this, Maurizio Merli, like I said, Renzo Palmer, Gabriella Lepori is great in this. So yeah, this is from 1977. Let's see, special features. Again, interview with Lenzi, twice, by the way. Let's see. there are 3 interviews with Umberto Lenzi. Wow. There's an interview with John Saxon, theatrical trailer. And again, there is a soundtrack CD. So yeah. And the last one is, of course, Free Hand for a Tough Cop. I love this film. This film is so good. Again, it portrays Thomas Milian as sort of a good guy for the most part, which is really interesting. This movie is from 1976, of course. It stars Claudio Cassinelli, Henry Silva, Nicoletta Machiavelli. Yeah, really great. So again, just a movie, not a soundtrack, which is fine. And there are some interviews on here. So again, interview with Umberto Lenzi, an interview with the producer of the film, an interview with Dardano Sacchetti, who is, of course, one of the most famous screenwriters in the Italian European cinema, an interview with the cinematographer, theatrical trailer, yeah. So yeah, these movies are really great, and I'm so happy that I finally own this box set of the Poliziotteschi from Umberto Lenzi. Yeah, really great stuff. So yeah. All right. So I'm down to. We're almost done. I'm down to two box sets. I'm down to 2. We have 2 left. So first, let me go through some comments here. Let's see. Stephen from TV Nash says, I like Lamberto Bava a lot as well. He was his father's assistant for years. Yeah. So it's kind of hard that he wouldn't be influenced working under him. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, it rubs off on you, That's I guess that's the thing. All right. Old Metal is saying Lamberto simply had the disadvantage of being late to the party in the 80s. The big Italy reign was over, and more movies looked cheaper and cheaper. You see, that's where I disagree with you, because I have said many times that the high water mark of the Italian European cinema was in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. Because, in the 80s, we still had a lot of really great giallos. There were the cannibal films, there were the zombie films. So I disagree with you on that one. I think the reign was over in the 90s. I think when the 90s came, it was really sort of going downhill and was over. But I still would say that the 80s were still a very big part of the Italian European success. But that's just me. Let's see. Fabulous Baker Boy says, the set looks great. Lamberto Bava is great, but I have to go now. Enjoy your weekend all. Bye-bye, howdo, and thank you, he says in Dutch. Well, thank you for being here, Fabulous Baker Boy. Thank you for being here. And it was fun to see you around here. And maybe in the next stream, you will be back once again. So have a good weekend. And hopefully we'll see you in the future. So let's see. Stephen from TV Nash is saying that Cauldron Films is slowly getting up there as a solid genre boutique label. Yeah, I mean, they had a bit of a rough start. I feel like they were really searching, they were really making the groundwork. They were really looking to establish themselves. They were really struggling. But now that they are here, I mean, they have some great stuff. So yeah, I think we can expect good things from them in the future. So yeah. Stephen from TV Nash. Fun fact: the TV films Rai commissioned, Fulci, Lenzi, and Bava were seen as too scary and violent, but the fans loved them. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why they put it on TV, because and we see it nowadays in TV, again in TV. I think on TV you can just get away with a lot more than in the cinema, so I think that's why they put them on TV in the first place, because they were too scary and violent. You couldn't get away with that in the cinema, but you can get away with it on TV, I guess. So Old Metal is saying, I have all the movies of the Violent Streets box set on different Blu-rays editions, so I don't need the box, of course. I just rewatched Almost Human last week. I love to watch Mean Milian. Oh yeah, no, he's like Thomas Milian is fantastic in Almost Human. He really is. Let's see. Violent Streets is a great set, TV Nash says. Thomas Milian was a sick, what in Almost Human. One of his best, absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yeah. He's he's a sick someone. Yeah, in like, yeah. So let's see. Old Metal is saying, I also like the Westerns with Milian. Oh yeah, there are some really good Westerns with Thomas Milian, actually. I really love The Big Gun Down with Thomas Milian. I love The Four of the Apocalypse, a spaghetti Western with from Lucio Fulci. He's in that. So yeah, there are some really good Westerns with Milian for sure. All right, so let's see. Stephen from TV Nash. Syndicate Sadist is the only Blu-ray in the set I still need to see. Looking forward to seeing it. Milian's character Rambo is named after the main character in the book First Blood. Yeah, and isn't it funny that this movie came out before the first Rambo film? So like usually the Italians were like, the second who would make something like that. But I guess Sylvester Stallone has to pay Umberto Lenzi now, because the name Rambo it was pioneered by Umberto Lenzi and Thomas Milian, which is kind of funny. But yeah. Let's see. Stephen from TV Nash says again, the Milian-Murley feud would have made a good made-for-TV movie. It was very public how much they hated each other. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It was rough. It was very rough for sure. I guess it's just the the competitive nature of actors. I feel like that's probably what it was. So yeah, let's see. Old Metal is saying after the mid 80s, of course. Oh, I guess you mean the Westerns and stuff. Yeah. And let's see. Stephen from TV Nash says Old Metal. Milian made some great Westerns. Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. I only have 2 left, like I said. And they are not Italian or European, but they are movies that I absolutely love. Now, you might not, many of you might not know this, but I really love 50s fantasy and science fiction. I love I love Journey to the Center of the Earth, for example, with James Mason. I love Jason and the Argonauts, Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. I love War of the Worlds. All of that stuff. I love 50s science fiction and fantasy. So when I saw that these box sets, the both of them, would come out, I couldn't pass it up, and I basically bought them both at the same time. So my wallet was kind of flat, but it was worth it. It was really worth it. So yeah, these boxes are great. The first one is this one. It's from Imprint Films, and it's Tales of Adventure Collection 9. Now, this is a box that has 4 movies in it that star Doug McClure there. And this is a great box. So the movies in here are The Land That Time Forgot, At the Earth's Core, The People That Time Forgot, and Warlords of Atlantis. So, all right, here is the Land That Time Forgot. I love this movie. I love this movie so much. I know. The dinosaurs are hand puppets. I get it. When you're used to like stop motion Ray Harryhausen style, this feels like a step down. But the movie is so much fun to watch, so I'm willing to look past that. And to be fair, I mean, there are some dinosaur designs in here that actually look really cool. So, but the movie itself looks gorgeous. Actually, it really looks gorgeous. So, all right, this movie is from 1974. It's like 90 minutes long. It's directed by what was it again? It's directed by Kevin Connor, and it stars again Doug McClure, John McEnery, Susan Penalgian. Let's see what else. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm unfamiliar with the rest. So this is the inside with the disc. And there are some special features here. This is, I think, a 2K restoration. There is an audio commentary with film critic Kim Newman. There you go. And Stephen Jones. There was an interview with director Kevin Connor. There was an interview with actress Susan Penhaligon. There are trailers on here. So, yeah, this is a really great release. I really love this film. I really do. All right. The second one is, of course, At the Earth's Core. Now, again, I completely understand that, like, the dinosaurs are basically sumo wrestlers in, like, suits and stuff. Kind of like, Godzilla style. I get it. I do. But there is a certain charm to it. And besides that, I mean, this film is great. I mean, the atmosphere is chef's kiss. It's like, it's so good. So, yeah, At the Earth's Core. This is from 1976. Again, 90 minutes long. It's a 2K restoration again. Let's see. There's again an interview with Kevin Connor, who also directed the film. This film also stars Peter Cushing and Caroline Munro, so that's great. There's an interview with Caroline Munro. Theatrical trailers again. So yeah, it's the disc. So there you have it. All right, then we have Warlords of Atlantis. This one is from 1978. It's also directed by Kevin Connor. And it stars, of course, again, Doug McClure. I don't know the other cast members. So there are not a lot of special features on this. There's an interview with director Kevin Connor and a theatrical trailer. It's a 2K scan, which is fine. There. And then we have, of course, The People That Time Forgot, which is the sequel to The Land That Time Forgot. It's sort of like a sequel. It's kind of like standalone, but yeah. So this is from 1977. It stars, again, Doug McClure, Sarah Douglas, Dana Gillespie is in this film. Yeah, pretty great. Excuse me. Again, 2K restoration. There's an audio commentary, again, with Kim Newman and Stephen Jones. Interview with Kevin Connor, an interview with Sarah Douglas, an interview with Dana Gillespie, and theatrical trailers. So, yeah. There you go. All right, so that was box number 1 of this whole purchase. Of course, really lovely set. And then there is the second box, which is even bigger, believe it or not. And this is an equally great box, in my opinion. Tales of Adventure Collection 8. The other one was 9. This is 8. And these are all adaptations from Jules Verne stories. I love Jules Verne. You know, I'm a big Jules Verne guy. And these are all adaptations from some of his work. So that's all really great. And of course, at the back there, so yeah, so there are like 6 movies in here, which is pretty great. All right, the first one is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now, this is not the Disney film with Kirk Douglas and James Mason, which I think is kind of a shame. I mean, if you're gonna make a box like this, then at least put that movie in. But I get it. It's a Disney thing. It's a rights issue. You know, it is what it is. But they put in this movie. This is from 1916. So it's this is probably a silent film, if I would bet. Which isn't, you know, that's interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know any of the cast, so I'm not gonna go there. It's 90 minutes long, though, so that's pretty good. It has an audio commentary on there, and it's a 2K scan, I believe. So, yeah. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The second one is Master of the World. So let's see. This is from 1961, and this one stars Charles Bronson and Vincent Price. Let's see. It's directed by William Whitney. So the disc right there. There are a lot of special features here. Again, it's a 2K restoration. There is an audio commentary with some people that I don't know, but okay. Let's see. There is a documentary on Richard Matheson as a storyteller. Richard Matheson is the one who wrote the screenplay, so that should be interesting. Let's see. There's a video essay, theatrical trailers, you know. And again, it's from 1961. Yeah. So, Master of the World. Then we go to, let's see, Valley of the Dragons, which is pretty cool. There you go. So this one is also from 1961, and it's directed by, let me see, it's directed by Edward Burns. I don't know any of the cast members, so I'm sorry. It's 90 minutes long. Again, there aren't any special features on this, so maybe they couldn't find any. But yeah, still, I'm very excited to see this again. Valley of the Dragons. So yeah. All right. So then we have War Gods of the Deep. Yeah, this one is from 1965. And again, it stars Vincent Price. It also stars Susan Hart, and David Tomlinson is in this film. It's directed by Jacques Tourneur. Yeah. So again, 2K transfer. Let me show you the inside again. There is an audio commentary with Jonathan Rigby and Kevin Lyons. I am unfamiliar with those. There's an interview with the first assistant director. There's an interview with actor Michael Hayland. Is he in the film? I don't believe so. But interesting. Anyway, there is like some sort of featurette, the theatrical trailer, 90 minutes long, and again, it's from 1965. So, yeah, War Gods of the Deep. Let's see. Then we have Jules Verne's Rocket to the Moon. Now, this is a very interesting film because I believe they actually made the Disney ride on this. They based the Disney ride on this film, the roller coaster, I believe. If I'm correct, I'm not sure, but I think so. So yeah, this movie is from 1967. This movie is 2 hours long, which is pretty long. I am unfamiliar with the cast and the crew, so yeah, it's directed by Don Sharp, though. So yeah. Again, 2K transfer. There's an audio commentary with Kim Newman and Stephen Jones. Let's see. There is a appreciation video and interview with Kim Newman about the film. There is on-set footage, silent footage of the film. That's cool. So yeah, that's pretty great. All right. And then we have one more, and that is The Light at the Edge of the World. And this movie is from 1971. It's 2 hours long. It stars Samantha Eggar, Yul Brynner, and Kirk Douglas, which is pretty cool. Let's see. It's directed by Kevin Billington again. So it's a 2K transfer. Here we go. 2K transfer. There's an audio commentary with some people that I'm unfamiliar with. There was a radio spot and theatrical trailer. So yeah, there we go. Light at the Edge of the World. Like I said before, I really love 50s science fiction and fantasy films, adventure films. So I'm really happy to own these box sets, and I'm going to be diving into these very, very quickly. So very soon, actually. So, and that's it. That's my haul for the last couple of weeks. Now, I will say I have a lot of things on pre-order. I have a lot of things on pre-order right now. I think like up until January or something, I have like 20 titles on pre-order, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, it's great. So yeah, that was my haul for this these couple of weeks. Let me see if I missed any comments here. TV Nash Steven is saying sci-fi and fantasy I'm a little picky with, but I have a soft spot for the Harryhausen films, especially the Golden Voyage of Sinbad. No, I mean it's definitely an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste for sure. But I think if you're in the right, if you're in the right mindset, you can definitely appreciate those films for what they are. And if you can look at them through a certain lens, there is a lot to love there. There is a lot to love, and I'm a very big fan of these films. So again, I can't wait to dive into these as soon as possible. But yeah, again, I have like 20 titles on pre-order right now, so that's kind of like bizarre. Let's see, did we forget any comments? Old Metal is saying, I like to watch those movies in my childhood. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's really great. We had a TV channel way back in the day, and on Saturday they would do nothing but show movies and TV shows, which is pretty great for like a nerd kid, right? But rewatching these movies is so much fun. It is really great. So yeah. Let's see. Stephen from TV Nash says, Italian genre regular Richard Harrison has his first speaking part in Master of the World. He was married to producer James H. Nicholson's daughter. Is Richard Harrison in Master of the World? Really? Where is let me just find the Blu-ray here. Is Richard Harrison in this? He's not on the cast and crew, but is Richard Harrison in this film? Wow. I definitely have to watch this then. That's wow, I didn't know that. Okay. I guess I have another reason for diving into these. So, wow, that's interesting. Let's see. I think I have one more comment here. Let's see. Old Metal is saying, I can't wait for my pre-order of the Luc Besson 4K box. Hopefully it's arriving next week. Oh, yeah, I saw that box. Yeah, I saw that box. I'm not for me personally, I'm not the biggest Luc Besson fan. I think Leon is a masterpiece, but apart from that, I'm not the biggest fan of Luc Besson. But I understand, I get it, man. I mean, that box set looked really great, and I hope you'll get it soon. I hope you will get it really soon. So let's see. TV Nash says, Stephen from TV Nash. A critic back in the day said Bronson was miscast in Master of the World, which I disagree with. How can Charles Bronson be miscast in anything? Really? I mean, it's Charles Bronson, man. It is. I don't know. It's all subjective, I guess. It's all up to subjective taste, I guess that's what it is. So, yeah. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, I think it's time we close off the stream because my throat is getting worked up a little bit. I've been talking for almost like 2.5 hours, which is pretty insane. But I had a lot to go. I had a lot to get through. So it took some time, but we're done. We made it. So I think it's about time we close off this stream in a bit. because again, my throat is getting a little, in closing, as always, I would like to thank everyone for being here today with me. That was great. It was great having you all. Steven from TV Nash, you're awesome, buddy, and we'll talk soon. Old Metal, it was great to finally have you here. Of course, I already said goodbye to Fabulous Baker Boy, Sophie from, Sophie loves what was it again? Sophie's Retro Revival. I already said goodbye to Sophie. So, everyone who has been here, thank you very much for attending and putting up with me. Thank you for all of that. I will be back with more videos as soon as possible, of course. Stay safe and healthy as always. Keep an eye out and an ear out for that Lenzi podcast that might happen in the future. Have a good weekend. And I guess, let me see. I have 2 more comments here. I have to party now, says Old Metal. So, go party. Go party. There you go. Go party. Have fun. Stephen from TV Nash says, take care, buddy, and we'll talk soon. We definitely will. And Old Metal says goodbye as well. So, again, thank you for being here. Have a good weekend, and I will see and talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye, everyone. See y'all. Bye.